All right, so we have a full titanium handle that is completely milled in all kind of different ways, done very well, all pieced together. Gosh, it's very attractive, very smooth, very nice. It fits well in my hand. It's a good handled knife. Clip is interesting. It did fit in my pocket very well. I actually carried this in my back pocket for a little bit, which was interesting, but the clip is nice. It slides into the pocket very well. It is not reversible, so that is there, but I guess if you're left-handed, it's the same as you're right-handed, so I don't think it matters too much. You have the lanyard, just in case you are a lanyard person, but yeah. So, gravity knife. I'm not sure about laws and everything else, and I don't even know why I'm talking about it. But you have the button, and the button opens up these two. It opens up that opening, and then obviously nothing happens, so you have to let gravity do its job. So I tried to angle the camera a little bit different so I could do this, because I got to get up and let this fall. Obviously, when you point it straight down, you'll get, but it doesn't really capture on camera very well. So you have this nice blade. M390 is the material on the steel. Remette just did very minimal billboarding. This one has the pearlescent surface effect, so that's interesting. So it looks very nice, and then the flats have that satin hand finish on it. Really nice done, nicely done. That, I guess, drop point blade done again very well. Again, M390, so you have M390 right there, and just Remette on the other side. Nice thin blade, comes down to a nice edge, and done very well. So now it's locked in. I think, yeah, something I want to talk to you guys about, but it's locked in. But using gravity, I push the button up, and the blade falls back into place. So obviously there's not a lot of space here for me to do this under the camera, but that sound that it makes is very nice. It does have a nice ting to it. One thing though you have to be careful of is making sure that it actually is locked up on both sides, because you can get that blade out and it not actually lock into place. And same with closing it. If I stop there, let off the button, it's not going to go all the way down. So you kind of have to make sure it's all the way in and completely locked, or the blade can come back out, and I don't want anybody to get hurt. But in all reality, you're not going to be in this confined 8 inches of space doing something like I'm doing. You're going to have it on your side, and literally you could take this and just kind of whip it out. Yeah, I know I said that. But you can throw it down, whip it out, and then it goes back very nicely. Obviously, in this confined space, it's a little bit difficult to do, but the action is actually, that sound of in and out is pretty stinking cool. And overall, man, this thing is really, really interesting. Let me see. Let me look at some stuff on this. So the overall length of this is 6.81 inches. Where'd my ruler go? It always disappears whenever I want my ruler. All right, so we'll have the ruler. Let's take a look. It is just under 7 inches, so yep, 6.8. The blade length is 2.76, so just under 3 inches, as you can see. And the blade thickness is 0.01. And the weight of this is 3.95 inches, so I guess that's a full titanium frame. So obviously, I don't know what it looks like inside with all the tracks and everything that that knife runs on and everything, but It does have some weight to it, but thinking about how this is constructed, that's exactly what I would consider. I'm not surprised by that whatsoever. Let's look at some size comparisons. We have that versus the Rat 2. So actually the Rat 2 overall is just a tad bit longer than the Leopard. So that's an actually interesting thing to look at. I don't want my microburst. What am I doing? I want the Civivi Elementum. The microburst is a cool knife, but it's not usually what I use for size comparison. And again, the Elementum is just a little bit longer than the Leopard. So that's really, really cool that you get something like that in such a small little package. And finally, we're going to look at it versus the Para 3. Obviously, Para 3 overall package is going to be much bigger in the handle and everything else, but it's still, that's really cool. I was having a discussion with somebody about that today, but yeah, just that sound. I'm letting you guys listen to it. Hopefully the microphone's picking that up. But man, the Remette Leopard, really cool. Here's the kicker. Price on this thing right now, it is on sale. Actually, let's see. With the titanium M390, everything that's listed right now as this knife sits here in my hand is $255. So you're getting M390. You're getting, which is the blade hardness is listed at 59 to 61 HRC, which is pretty good for M390. And you're getting that full milled titanium handle, which is comfortable, is good. Your fingers, if you're right-handed, are away from the button. So my hand is here. I don't have to worry about, well, I guess I'm right here, but you have to push the button up. So obviously I'm still pretty far away from that button. So I'm not worried about cutting myself or anything like that. Left-handed, I don't know, because your hand's going to go right on top of that button. So that I would be just mindful of for all of our lefty friends, that could be an issue for you. But the Remette Leopard, what do you guys think? Kind of cool. I like experiencing new and different things, and this is definitely one of those. So very, very interesting. Come on. There it goes. I'm telling you guys, you just let gravity do its job and it's very smooth. But all right, that's enough. I'll sit here all day and play with it. It is fidgety, I will tell you that. So thank you guys so much. I hope you guys like this one. The Remette Leopard, is it for you? I don't know. It is a really stinking cool option. So thanks for watching. Please remember, subscribe, like, leave a comment, or not. The choice is yours. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to AriesEDC. Today we're checking out this little guy. This is the Remette Leopard gravity knife. That's right, a gravity knife. So I have never experienced a gravity knife, and some of the other ones that I have seen, especially with Remette and some other ones that came out were really popular, were just a little big. You guys know I like stuff on the smaller side, so when I had the opportunity to get a chance to look at this through the pass around, I jumped at it because this thing is right up my alley. But let's go ahead and take a look.